Hello bearded bee people, welcome back to B&K Bees. It just got done raining here, and I have some, not an incredible amount, but I have some queens to cage out here to make room for cells that are ready for placement tomorrow. And I figured that I'd take you along for that and talk about, what's on my mind at this time of year, which is making winter plans. Not trips to Disney World, but what each hive is going to look like in the winter, figuring out, which ones are going to, take how many boxes and how much feeding is going to be necessary, and where the mite counts are at, and whether everything has an upper entrance, and because I know we have some that have the regular old style entrances without shims, so I've got to mark that down, because an upper entrance is absolutely vital for thank you, lady, so much. I appreciate the heck out of that. Like I said, it just got done raining. I must have breathed on them. Alright. Wonderful. I've got to get some smoke. I tell everybody that I mentor, don't be an idiot. Bring out smoke and bring out protection every time, not sometimes, and not when it seems like they might be nice, but every single time, because you never know. And I mean, obviously the sign of the fact that it was just raining would tell you that you're probably going to deal with some bees that aren't going to be too happy with you opening their hive. But the other piece of the logic that I weighed into that situation was that they're mini mating nukes, and the ones particularly that I think might have mated queens in today aren't even that strong of mini mating nukes. Sometimes bees just don't want to be messed with. So, and I don't even have any smoker fuel, like any good smoker fuel. I go out and get buckets of pine straw, and I'm out. And once again, it just got done raining, so that pine straw is of no use to me right now. Okay, so yeah, on the 15th, that's my target date anyway. What I plan on doing is going around pulling all the honey that's extractable, that's capped, or that I can't shake from the frame, and pulling all the queen excluders off. You'd never want to go into winter with any queen excluders, because that's excluding the queen from getting to where the bees might go, and then you're going to have a dead out. You're going to have a queen that doesn't last through, and your bees are going to dwindle in the spring and die out. So I'm going to pull all the queen excluders, and then I will, like I said, in some of them that may have, a single brood box but 3 honey boxes on, I'm going to leave them probably in a situation of that single brood box and one of those honey supers, and try to manage them throughout the fall flow so that both of those boxes are jam-packed full of honey. Every frame should at least have some honey on it, and every frame should be drawn out so that they have the ability to put some honey on it during that fall flow. When I say fall flow, I mean goldenrod, essentially. There are asters and stuff that bloom at that time, but if you're largely anywhere in the eastern, at least the eastern half that I know of, what I mean is there might be, goldenrod flows in the western U.S. as well, but I'm pretty sure generally everywhere from the southern United States up here to Michigan has a pretty hardy goldenrod flow usually. See how much nicer that makes those bees? It's direct evidence right there. Always bring honey, always bring smoke with you. If the bees are having a hard day, they will make your day hard as well. Okay, so there's definitely a mated queen in this box. Trying to break those propolis seals without creating too much of a ruckus. You can see her handiwork right there. Some nice capped brood, and you can see her right there. And wait for her to turn in the right direction. Missed one there. And some more of her capped brood there. So I'll put a queen cell in these tomorrow, and that'll be the last round run through these ones. There are some that I will pull next week and probably give a queen cell to, and then that will probably be the last round overall. Because, you can't make queens without drones, and the bees do not keep drones around year-round. They are a surplus time only, a build-up time only kind of thing. They only drain resources. They do not contribute in any way. So, before long, the bees will stop drawing out drone comb and drone brood, and after that, they will kick out the living drones, and the availability for a queen to get mated goes away. There is definitely a mated queen in this side as well. So, yeah, I think in a week, we're going to have another 600 or so pounds of honey to pull, and that'll be the last of that. And now these bees will spend the night queenless, realizing that fact that they're queenless and gaining the ability to accept a cell. But in these little mini mating nukes, really just a few minutes, and they're aware of that and ready to accept a cell. The larger the colony gets, the longer the queen footprint pheromone lingers, and the longer the brood pheromone lingers, and it just kind of takes a longer period of time to convince that larger amount of bees to accept a cell or a mated queen. But with these, I could do a half an hour or an hour, but it just works out a little easier for me if I can go through the day before and pull, and then right pulled on it, and then I'll go through tomorrow looking for the needs and the pulls and giving those cells. I say pulled on these things so that at the end of the year I can go through looking at all the tags and find out how many mated queens I produced. Because I'm not good at note keeping unless it's necessity like this. My beautiful penmanship. I'll move on to the next. You see a praying mantis egg sac that's been on this thing for a few years. If you have a minute, check out praying mantis eggs hatching. It's kind of freaky and really neat to see. Well, there's definitely a mated queen in here. A bunch of capped worker brood. There was. I don't know what happened to her, but I don't see any eggs, and I don't see a queen. And this brood could not be from the previous round of queens that was pulled considerably longer than 3 weeks ago. So she had to have been in here, laid up a bunch of brood, and then maybe she got ate by a freaking skunk or something. I don't know. Either way, this is a need. That's disappointing. Alright, so I'm just rambling. I'm going to go through the rest of these and cage queens up. A couple of you guys had mentioned the lack of a queen order form on our website, and that's because a ton of you guys ordered queens, and we aren't going to have any more available for shipment this year. I'm sorry about that, but there's limited availability, and you know, the demand kind of just skyrocketed after a couple mentionings of the fact that we shipped on this channel. So I appreciate the heck out of your support in that sense, but I'm sorry for the fact that I don't have any more to ship to you guys. I will have a pre-order form up at some point this fall for next year, so you can get on that and know that you'll be able to get a Mary Ellen. I'd never mentioned this before on this channel, but I wanted to say follow us on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, but not really a BKBs thing. It's more just a personal thing. But our page on Facebook will keep you guys apprised of all that kind of stuff when, you know, we have stuff that's available or stuff that's sold out and is no longer available, or just, you know, random news. So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BKBs. And thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked it. Thank you very much. See ya.